Hello everyone and welcome to the stream today. It's Brian here, just playing some Magic. We are going to be doing a couple drafts, sticking with Core 2021 because I'm still finding it a lot of fun. I know I said I was going to do some Turbo last time, but time got away and we started playing some Brawl, so had fun with that. Probably going to do a little bit more Brawl in that third hour today, but yeah, let's get things started. Start off our first draft. Last time we put a restriction on that second draft. Got a Feline Sovereign at the very start and went Cats and ended up going 7-1 with Cats. So yeah, we'll see what happens. See if we get anything fun like that. Really enjoying the new leaks and actual spoiler season starting for Zendikar. We of course have those great new dual lands. Not fetchable, but, you know, they had to put a restriction on it somehow. Those are looking really cool. There was basically a smash-up between Vampire Nighthawk and Tarmogoyf, a black creature. I really wish it was legendary, because if you can play it in 4 pods as your commander, it'd be really good. Its power, basically, is equal to the number of card types in your opponent's graveyards. Cost 3 mana, flying, Death Touch, lifelink. Yeah. It's a 1-star 3, if I remember correctly. There's some definite fun stuff coming out in this set. Ooh, okay. So we have a bomb right off the bat. Okay. Garruk is going to be very good. Looking at other cards we have available here, not a ton of super fun stuff. The Griffin area is really fun to build around if you want to build that life gain deck, but it's best if you can get a couple of those. Just one usually won't do it. But yeah, we're definitely taking the Garruk here, because that is bomb diggity. Alright, so now we have some choices. We can stay in green. We got a Hunter's Edge, which would probably be a very good pick. It's a very safe pick. It means we don't have to submit to another color. This pack is very heavy in black, so this is probably going to have a couple people after me go into some black. Malefic Scythe is real good. Finishing Blow is real good. Village Rites is good. Fetid Imp is good. So I think we're going to end up cutting the green here. This card, yet again, in the life gain, really good. We got a Snoop. Alright, so we're seeing a lot of red in this pack. We have one of the payoffs for going the heavy green-red power 4 or greater. So we could go red-green. Haven't done that in a while. Truffle Snout is pretty good, but it's better in green-white. Haven't really seen a ton of payoff for white so far. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and grab the Avenger, because we'll probably get back one of these red or green cards on the wheel around that we can actually play. Chandra's Magmut is just fine. It's not wonderful, but it's fine. Alright, okay, so this is a really good pack. You have choice, Volcanic Geyser, you know, fireballs are always good. Scorching Dragonfire, the best red common you can get, and another Hunter's Edge. So this is actually really hard. We're probably going to try to go for a little bit higher mana, so we're going to take advantage of this Volcanic Geyser. Ooh, Chromatic Ore. One of the most fun draft decks I ever made was built around getting out Chromatic Ore, and you just did stupid things after that. I was casting big, you know, 6-7 drops every single turn with it. So I think we might actually go and try and recreate that route, just because it's so much fun. We're already in green, so we're in the best ramp colors. We got some bombs going here. And that just lets us play some big dumb things. Transmogrify, while it could be fun, it's too much of a risk. Looking at what else this pack has to offer, Carrion Grub is good for the mill deck. Revitalize is good for the life gain deck. So far we've been seeing some pretty good life gain stuff. Gnarled Sage is okay. We're not going to be drawing multiple cards for the most part, but that's probably what the pick is going to be here. We could take Transmogrify and try and get kind of dumb with it. Huh. You know, let's take Transmogrify and see what happens. You never know, we might find some big bomb to go into. Okay, with the colors we're in, we get this Gorehorn, which is just fine for what we want to be doing. Same with this Henri de l'Officer. So we want all the things that trigger on 4 or greater. So Turret Ogre. We could take the Colossal Dreadmaw, the new Stormcrow of Magic, but no, we're going to take this Turret Ogre. A Another Gnarled Sage. Oh, the Fetid Imp. The Village Rites are still in that pick. Okay. So people aren't doing too much with black yet. Go ahead and take the Swift Water Cliffs just in case. Yeah, we really want to be picking up, like, Cultivate, Lawnmower Visionary, something like that. So it's going to be pretty important we ramp up to that 5 mana plus as quickly as possible. Grim Tutor, it's always a good card. Any kind of tutor in draft is very good. Eliminate, super solid. Garruk's Uprising, which is probably what we're going to be taking. Meteorite does ramp us, but it doesn't ramp us till 5, and at that point, it's a little bit too late. So we're going to go ahead and take this Uprising. We really like having Trample with all these big things. Ooh, and the card draw, a second Uprising. Okay. This draft, sometimes a draft tells you what you need to be doing, and this draft is telling us what we need to be doing. So here's ramp number 1, or we can go for the Gadrak. So Gadrak is actually a really good blocker too, if nothing else, and it turns on a lot of the things that require having 4 or more, so I think we're going to take it. It helps with the Leafkin Avenger too, so ironically it's kind of a little bit of ramp. Oh, and a Fiery Emancipation. Okay, yeah, this draft should be okay. We're missing early drops, so that's what we have to focus on. We have a lot of top-end goodness, but we really need to focus on early drops over the second half of this pack and over the next pack. That way we won't just get run over by the red-white or some of those really fast green-white draws. But multiple Garruk's Uprising, that means we're going to be drawing cards all day long. The Garruk itself, just great card advantage. Fiery Emancipation is a crazy finisher that turns even your worst threats into things that suddenly just kill. So we will definitely take a Scorching Dragonfire here, some early protection. And another Scorching Dragonfire, okay. You know, if we can get like 3 of those, we're super happy. It's definitely going to be a 17 land deck. And ideally, if I can find a Cultivate, that will be where we want to be. Fierce Empath is pretty good. So far, it's not going to be able to get anything. We don't really want to go for any creatures that are going to be that much more. This Forgotten Sentinel, though, actually is not terrible. It turns on a lot of the 4-power things that we want. Here, we're just going to take the Fixing. We already have a Turret Ogre. It's fine. Don't really need a second one. Would much rather have the Mana Fixing. Yeah, just from a Mythic draft alone. If we were just Mythic and Rare drafting, we have 3 Mythics so far, multiple Rares. Seems decent. Okay, do we want the Meteorite? I still don't think we want the Meteorite. The Radiant Fountain is going to be the choice here. We may or may not play it, but it just depends on how much early stuff we have. None of these are really great. Since we're playing best of 1, we don't really care about sideboard cards. So there's going to be a lot of chaff here, unfortunately. If we get, like, another Snare Spinner, that wouldn't be terrible. But yeah, as I said, we really want, like, Cultivate or a Lawnmower Emissary. Or Visionary, whichever one it is. There are very few cards that we are going to take over those. The green Shrine, if we see another one of those. Well, the hits keep coming. This is a crazy pack. We got this. We got this. Okay. Wow. So I think that's the bomb, or the last bomb that I want to take. And I think pretty much everything I take from now on needs to be smaller so I don't die in the early game. Because I need to be able to actually, like, cast these things. Okay, there's a Visionary. That's perfect. Normally, the Hellkite Punisher is really good. That's one of the biggest things. It's going to be hard to kill. But at this point, we have our big stuff. If we can get a Cultivate, that would be really great. But this draft so far is a little bit insane. I think the only way we're really going to have many problems is if we stumble on mana. And this, there's not a ton for us. While I love Twin Blades, can't really play it. Nothing else here. Trader's Greed is okay in certain decks, but it's better in the black-red. I think we're just going to rare draft here. Pitchburn Devils, Havoc Jester. Both of those are okay, but yet again, we're not really in the right deck for it. I think we're going to take the other Dilophosaur. We'd probably only play one of them. Hireling is okay. It can get really big in the right deck, but this is not the right deck. We're going to take this Throw of Possibility. At this point, we don't really want any of these, so we're going to take the uncommon. Bone Pit Brute is good, but we already have enough large stuff that we don't really need to run it. Sabertooth Mauler could be okay. But yeah, at this point, we're really just looking for those last couple things, and we're not going to get any more ramp here, sadly. We might actually play this Porculus Vine, just to have another blocker. Because if we're alive past like turn 6 and we actually have mana, we're in real good shape. Draft? Oh, the Hellkite's back. Okay, we might still play that. Just depends. I'm gonna take the Puppers. We actually took 2 of that dog the last draft, and it came in handy several times. I think that's the first time I played the card in draft. Rambunctious Mutt. Got a bunch of gems for rare drafting. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So we have, let's see, 1 rare, 2 rare, 3 rares, 4 rares, 2, 3 mythics, 4 mythics, 4 rares, 4 mythics. Okay. It's a little bit wild. Get that. We don't really need either of those guys. Him though. That. We want 1 or 2 of those. Let's take 2 for the moment. Let's see where that leads us. Definitely want the Ore. Gonna cut 1 of those. Add that. Are we heavier on mountains or forests? We definitely need the forests a little bit more, but mountains, we need triple mountain for Emancipation. We're never gonna cast Emancipation on curve though. That just isn't going to happen. Now the question being, at the 5 mana slot, what's better for us? Do we want the Havoc Jester? Do we want the Gorehorn? Do we want the Pitchburn? Honestly, the Havoc Jester in this deck is just going to be a 5/5. Pitchburn, same. It's just going to be a 3/3 that has a death trigger. Gorehorn, we do have Trample, which is really nice. So we'll go ahead and take a Gorehorn. Then do we want a combat trick? That's the other question. How many creatures do we have? We only have 12 creatures, so we're definitely not adding the combat trick. Sentinel turns on a lot of what we're doing. Sage is a good blocker, though. We're going to go ahead and get that Sage. No need for the combat trick. Yeah, let's go ahead and run it this way. See what happens. This deck could be nutters. Alright, so this hand is okay if we draw cards, or if we draw land. So, we'll see. If we didn't have the Scorching Dragonfires, I probably would get rid of this hand. But especially having two, it's like, no, we have early protection. Ooh, that is perfect. So this hand is actually looking pretty darn good now. What is our opponent going to play? A Vryn Wingmare. Well, do this while we can. And then next turn, we're going to have some options. We do probably want to get rid of this Wingmare at some point, though, just because it's annoying enough. Even though if we get up to, like, Ore mana, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we're just going to use this Hunter's Edge. Or, no, we'll still Scorching Dragonfire. That allows us to attack and play the Portcullis. Portcullis. Okay, must be blocked if able, so we can block sack. Yeah, I'm okay with that, and still play a 4-cost. Yeah, so we're getting up into Ore mana here. And it's gonna be a little bit nutso. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be a little bit nutso when we're getting to draw 5 cards turn. Our opponent hasn't put us really under enough pressure yet. We might put a counter on this Lawnmower Visionary next turn. The Selfless Savior does make that a little bit more difficult, though. Alright, so we have mana, we can start doing things. Start doing some really wild things. So the question is, do we Geyser the Puppers? Let's wait. Probably gonna end up Geysering this Puppers. And then we'll Hunter's Edge the Canopy Stalker afterward. Dub. Okay. That makes things a little bit more difficult. So we actually have to save this Volcanic Geyser. So that's going to cost us 7 mana on its own. Yeah, we can still Hunter's Edge. So we're going to be taking some damage here. Thing is, our opponent's going to run out of gas after this. The only thing we really have to worry about is if our opponent has the white common that gives it protection. That could be an issue. So we'll see. We're going to block, and then we're going to use the Volcanic Geyser. Currently, we can do it for 3, 8. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it for the... or 7 total. Just in case he has a pump spell here. Alright, that makes it feel a lot better. He's topping something, so he's topping some gas, but that's fine. Because we're just going to draw 5. Or draw 1, sorry. I always forget it's for colors. Yep. Making myself look dumb here. Should play this first. Whatever. I'm thinking it's another card. Hello, Christian! Good to have you join us. This deck is a little bit insane. Our draft ended up getting us 4 mythics and 4 rares. And all the mythics are playable. Ooh, Pilferer. Okay. That's interesting. So we're gonna have to outrace that. Which is fine. That is doable. See, he has us on a 4-turn clock with that. Our opponent has been playing a lot of things that pump, though, so might be smaller than a 4-turn clock. But with the Gorehorn, we have him on a lot less than that. Ah, Garrick's Uprising. That is perfect. Let's draw some cards. Let's get some trample. Let's go. Always be drawing. Yeah, so our opponent's gonna have to find something pretty good here. True, I mean, just like a giant growth would be enough, but... Gonna gain life? Yep. So him gaining life is actually a really good sign. That means he doesn't have it right now. And I'm fairly certain I'm going to have a lethal on him. Alright, so he can block 2 of this. He can possibly block, I'm trying to think. If he... I guess the one problem we have is if he bounces this, but... See, he blocks that. Still gonna be taking too much. Yeah. We got it. We got it. That one had us sweating. Alright, this hand is a little bit slow, but we got some payoffs. Hopefully we don't get run over by an early deck. blue. Okay, they could be flyers. They could be blue-red. They could be blue-black. If they're playing an opt, they could be... Well, they could be anything. Don't see the blue-green archetype very often. Alright, so far our opponent is mono blue. We're perfectly happy with that. This hand has some payoffs. Boy, does it ever. Really want a green land here. So if we can get this Garrick down on curve, then we are very happy. Mistral, okay. Sadly, that's not a land. Ooh, he's got a Gadrak too. That is also not a land. So remember at the top of this, I said the one problem we're going to have with this deck is if we have land trouble at all. I don't think we're seeing that in play yet, but, you know, one turn is enough to give me worry. Ooh, Geyser. Okay, okay. That's what I want to do to you. Alright, we have another land. Okay, so what do we want to start doing with this? The Garrick isn't going to be great yet, since he has enough things that can actually do something about it and try to kill it. We could kill this Mistral Singer right now, which is actually probably the thing we want to do. Yeah. If he has a Shock or he has a Opt, then we're in trouble. But we're going to do this, get rid of this. So I'm not worried about that thing attacking us anytime soon. We're going to play this out for the time being. He probably has a counterspell or something that can take care of the Garrick. The nice thing is, with this Dilophosaur, if we can Hunter's Edge, we can actually kill the Gadrak. And those tokens look so good. Tokens are so good. And I love this art on Goblin Wizardry. These two goblins have been around for a while, so I'm glad that they're still up to their shenanigans. Okay, second Volcanic Geyser. That's apparently a thing that's happening. We want to draw one more mana. That's not a mana. Well, that's okay though. Lofty Denial. Alright, so they're going a little bit wide, which is slightly concerning. And a Capture Sphere. Okay. Yeah, we might be in trouble this game. And I feel like with the amount of tempoing that they've been doing, we've just been kind of one turn behind the whole time. Anything we can do to live? No, I do not believe there is. So we'll go ahead and give him that GG. Our opponent got us. All the Goblin Wizards. Have we hit the trance hour here? What is this? Black Waves, okay. We're gonna run it on back. Hopefully not have the land stumble this game. Alright, this hand looks just fine. We have early interaction to prevent what happened last time. The Fiery Emancipation probably won't ever get cast, but, you know. If it does, that means we're ahead. That means we're winning. Ooh, blue-green. That will be getting a little bit of Dragonfire here. Don't want them drawn cards. It's no good. And we might as well take care of that too. Being pretty cavalier about using the removal here, but just kind of being the most mana efficient that I can be. We have a Terror of the Peaks. Heck yeah. Probably won't play the Terror until we can play something else on the same turn. Unless our opponent's just not doing much. It looks like they're using their mana efficiently too. Fortunately, I do have to worry a little bit about a Lofty with this flyer here. As you saw, it happened last game. This usually isn't the style of deck that's going to be playing it, but you never know. So we're going to hold on to that Terror. Yeah, if we can get another mountain for this Fiery Emancipation, that's going to basically force him to block everything, which is kind of wonderful. Because when a 2/2 is suddenly doing 6 damage, ooh, hard to get around that. Okay. Send in for 1. It's respectable. Excellent. Sage, we can kill that. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and do that and that. It's going to incentivize our opponent to actually play things out, use his mana. Hopefully we'll be able to get around a counterspell at that point. Question is, what do we want to land? Do we want to land the Emancipation, the Terror of the Peaks, or if we draw land, do we want to land the Ore? I think it's tempting to push the Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, we can Turd Ogre next turn if you can't take care of it. This kind of forces him to deal with the Terror of the Peaks. The best thing he could do is unsummon it. If he plays a Capture Sphere, then okay, that's fine with me. He's going to get a draw card this turn, but every creature I play is still going to be doing major damage. Definitely going to be killing off this Larcenist, though. He's realizing Capture Sphere doesn't stop that. Alright, so this tells me they didn't have a counterspell, which is really good. Yeah, at this point in the game, we just drop bomb after bomb after bomb and see if he can deal with them. Which, so far, they haven't been able to do. Probably play this Fiery Emancipation, put the fear in him. Ooh, or we could just do that too. So we have 7 mana to work with. Play this and then this. Yeah, sure. Let's see if he has a counterspell still. This deck has been crazy. The amount of mythics and every other dumb thing we have in here. Ah, there's a real counterspell. Okay, that's fine. Pretty much forces the block here. You won't get any value out of that. Now we don't have to worry nearly as much about Lofty Denial. Alright, opponent, what can you do with 6 mana and 2 cards? Because we're gonna burn everything away. Okay, another Capture Sphere. Yep. Lofty won't even work here. Good game, opponent. I'm gonna run it back again. Yeah, so this was the Mythic/Rare draft to end all Mythic/Rare drafts. 4 playable Mythics in the deck. I mean, one could say Fiery Emancipation is kind of borderline. Same with the Ore, but a Garruk, a Terror of the Peaks, you know, I would love any deck to have those. And then we got some decent rares too to play around with. If my creature base was a little bit better, I'd be playing the Transmogrify just because it's a fun card. Oh no, it's a serious polar bear. Gonna just go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, we're fighting against a very serious polar bear, so I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. This hand is pretty darn good. Got a great blocker. We got a ramp. We're happy. Ooh. They got the World Championship sleeves. So they are very serious polar bear. I don't like to usually have out the little partner animal or sleeves on my deck just because I don't want people to know what a scrub I am, you know. It's no fun. Just like this blank slate. That way when I do something stupid, they won't see it coming. Well, we got ourselves a spider. Let's not give away our other color yet. Probably going to end up playing this Visionary next turn. Okay, they are on red-white, so that means they're going to be the more aggressive deck. Yeah, we're definitely going to play this Visionary, see what comes up. So we can follow up with this Gorehorn. Scorching Dragonfire is pretty darn good, too. Oh no! Such a shocking result. Okay, so they're gonna be mean. This Magmut's gonna keep doing things, so... The question is, do we be mana efficient, or do we play out this Dilophosaur and take a damage? I'm taking a damage either way, honestly. Don't like the idea of this being stolen from me, but then again, he can't attack. Play this and then play one of these two the next turn so this is bigger. I think that's the way we're doing it. We're going to be mana efficient here. We're not under a ton of pressure. 1 damage a turn is not terrible. Probably going to Scorching Dragonfire or something like that too. Nope, he didn't have the removal. Okay. attacking with the puppers. Go ahead and block there, or just no block at all. As much as I want to play right into that, I'm just, yeah, no use. No reason to. Yeah, we're gonna play this Gadrak. Hold up this Scorching Dragonfire for any shenanigans. Throw the Dilophosaur, and next turn we'll hopefully be drawing a card or two. Soul Seer? Oh, that's not nice. No, we're gonna use this chance to get rid of these puppers. It's fine because we're going to do pretty much the same play. We're going to play this Gorehorn next turn most likely, and then follow it up with the Uprising, draw a card. Pitch Burn, okay. Or, yeah, we play the Gorehorn. Mana efficiency. So now this Pitch Burn is definitely an issue. It's going to kill something when it goes out regardless. Temptation is to attack in with this, but at the same time, he's just going to kill the Gorehorn. Or he got a shock. So we play the Uprising, hopefully draw a card here. Yep. It's fine because we're definitely winning the race. And now that I have Trample, the Gorehorn isn't that much better. Gonna play a Turret Ogre next turn and draw a card off it, do 2 more damage. He might actually just be dead, depending on what he has in hand. So he has to get rid of this Gorehorn. Okay. Yeah, if he didn't get rid of that Gorehorn, he'd be in major problems. Throw possibility's not bad. But let's draw a card here first. See what happens. We got the wall. Just play out the wall, wait on the thrill. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. And we'll attack for 1. Hiya. Hobble Fiend. It's really good with the Pitch Burn. Man, it's weird. You don't see, like, kind of the sacrifice elements in Red-White very often. We care about the hit. We'll go ahead and take the hit. One thing I'm a little bit worried about is they could have a Geyser. We're going to lead off with Thrill. Digs us a little bit deeper. Lets us see more land. Which is not really what we want, but, you know, is what it is. Ooh, that's really good, though. That is really, really good. So we'll see what our opponent does here. I highly doubt they're just going to let the Hobble Fiend. Yep. There we go. Had a feeling from the way he's been attacking that he had a combat trick of some sort. So that Scorching Dragonfire was actually pretty amazing right there. I think we're just going to throw this Portcullis Vine under the bus if he attacks, but he's probably not going to attack. Yeah, there we go. And now we are going to Flood. pretty certain we have this at this point. He's going to kill off the 4-3 most likely. That doesn't really matter. He's at 1. I have 2 attackers. Polar Bear got very serious on us. Very, very serious. And they didn't find it, so give him the GG. Alright, we've gone up to platinum. That's not terrible. Ended in high platinum last time, before rotation there. Just a quick look at this deck to see what we're working with. So, our high end, we got the Ore, we got the Punisher, Fiery Emancipation, Terror of the Peaks, and a Garrick. And of course, a nice X spell. Yeah, this deck is fun. The power is there. The power is definitely there. Sometimes you get a draft deck and the cards just aren't in the packs. You know, you could be drafting really well and it still just feels terrible. It feels super underpowered. And sometimes they just hand you cards left and right and tells you what you need to draft. That is the fun. You know, it's variance to the extreme. Alright, we need to draw 1 land within the first 2 cards. Yeah, that's fine. First 3 cards, technically. We got early blockers, and then we can go from there. We just really want to hit to 3 mana because that gets us where we want to be going. Dragonfire is pretty good. Hobble Fiend, okay. So we're going to just hold up and not play this sniper. So that way we can either Dragonfire or we can go ahead and draw a card off this Portcullis. Probably Dragonfire. So this Hollow Fiend can be a major issue, especially it being a sack outlet. We'll block first, see what happens. See if we can 2-for-1 him. That would be a no, so we're gonna hopefully draw out a spell here. We'll see. Yep, Feat of Resistance. I had a feeling there's something like that there. Oh, we didn't find our land. That's unfortunate. So we're gonna just go ahead and block with this Portcullis and draw a card. Oh, he's not letting me block. This might be a bad game. I have a feeling. I have a horrible feeling. Come on, land. Okay, there's a land. So I think our goal is hope he doesn't kill the Visionary and then play the Terror. And hopefully it survives a turn. So all we need is 1 turn with it. Well, definitely taking damage. Okay, do we Terror the Peaks, or do we guaranteed kill one of his things? I almost feel like we need to guarantee kill one. And then throw down another blocker to soak something up. But this has the much bigger payoff. Yep, we're risking it all. Did this create the wall that I hope it would? Ooh. So we got 9 damage coming there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. He has a combat trick. Yep. Knew it. Yeah, so we should just guaranteed kill the Hobble Fiend and play the blocker. Oh. 6 mana to worry with. Go ahead and throw that out. We'll throw that on there. We'll have to get rid of both of those if he wants to save it. Okay. So we're not just dead yet. Might as well attack here. Aren't a ton of hasters. Yeah, this most likely just going to be game. That keeps us alive. Okay, so... Actually, no, it doesn't keep us alive. They still have too many attackers. So that is a GG. So if we played out the Turret Ogre and the Spinner, he still has a 2-2 that gets through. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, it all hinged on the turn where I played the Terror of the Peaks. If I had done the other line, I think I would have been okay. Waiting. Oh god. The identifications came back. Turn it off, turn it off! Waiting.
Did I lose this chance? One last dance with my shaking.
Yeah, we can make this one work. Yeah, Skyway Sniper I really don't like. It takes way too much to do what it actually does. But we just wanted early blockers. Black-white, so we could have a life gain deck here. Play out the 2 or the 1. Let's just play the 1. If he wants to trade a Fetid Imp and some mana for the Snare Spinner, I'm perfectly fine with that. Next turn we get to Scorching Dragonfire or something and play the Sniper. Oh yeah, that definitely gets Scorching. Bye-bye. So that, unfortunately, is going to get things fairly big fairly fast. I'm a big fan of that card. So the question being... Yeah, we can attack him with the Spinner, actually. We can attack him with both. Nah. We're going to hold back. Turret Ogre doesn't do enough yet, so we're just going to play this. And if he attacks, that's when we're going to use the sniper. Block with the Sarah Spinner. Force him to most likely use mana on the imp. Thankfully, our opponent is missing land drops, it looks like. So that means we're just going to go ahead and slam this terror. And hope that he doesn't have, like, a Grasp of Darkness or something else that's going to take care of it pretty easy. There are definitely enough kill spells in white and black. If he does, it's not the end of the world. If he doesn't, then we get to start doing real good things. That's a good sign. It's a really good sign. Send the pain. Next turn, Garrick's Uprising. We get to draw some cards. Yeah. I like this card so much. It's gone in several of my green-related EDH decks. Just because you can never have enough card draw. Yep, that boy's big. Start off here. Thankfully, can't block flying, though. Nice thing is, too, we don't really have to worry about playing around counterspells. So, throw a possibility, and when we start getting any of our big stuff, it's pretty much just good to go. Oh, it just sneezed. I've never seen that animation before. Our opponent's trying to figure out what to do here. So they pretty much need to answer this Terror of the Peaks. It's going to get out of control if they don't. Gale Swooper is not the answer. Okay. If he attacks in, I will gladly block that. The Scythe is going to get things a little bit too big eventually, but that'll take a while. We're going to be able to cause some real harm first. Terror of the Peaks is just such a busted card. If you get to untap with it for one turn, you're going to be ahead. If you get to untap with it for more than one turn, it just spirals. And our opponent is realizing this. Ooh. Oh, that's tempting. That's real tempting. But I think we're just gonna play it smart. Oh man, this does 7 next turn. Yeah, our opponent is basically dead. Good game. Just too much value out of one card. Way too much value. When every creature you play suddenly says, kill this creature. Yeah, too good. Way too good. And yet, for the most part, the card is still too slow for standard. C's playing the elemental deck, but that's the only one that C's playing. No one's really tried to build a big red style deck. It might be okay in there, but has seen a little bit of play in like modern dragons. That's very fringe. That is very, very fringe. Time to switch drinks. Alright, we got another opponent here. Yeah, this hand is just fine to start off. Got really good blockers early on. Don't have any removal, but yeah, it's fine. We'll deal. This big old 5/4 is basically removal on his own. Oh no, the Hobble Fiend. If he attacks, we're probably going to block and just hopefully bait out. Yep. Rather have him use the spell now. Or he's just going to trade it. Okay. We'll take that trade. That actually kills the Gadrak. That's annoying. But I think we're okay trading that, honestly. Instead of taking the hit, because they're going to run out of things eventually. Oh, and especially now that he plays that. Oh, he's not attacking. Okay. In that case, we're going to just say no. And sadly, the Dragon Flyer is a non-bow with Gadrak because it says dies. And since you're RFGing that, do we play our own of that, or do we play that? We play this. There's higher potential. Potentially we cast the Chromatic Aura next turn. Is he going to Dragonfire? Yep, he's going to Dragonfire. Okay. No Aura, that's fine. Song is a little bit too slow. Well, thankfully we have a nice answer to that in the form of a 7/3. Very nicely fights off a 5/7. Unless he's Scorching Dragonfires. Harbinger, okay. That's fine. We got Dragonfire waiting for it. Yeah, we're just gonna hold on to that. Let him attack in and respond accordingly. Next turn, if we get that 7th land, though, we're definitely gonna be super happy with the Aura. He didn't do anything this turn, so we're gonna go ahead and fire this off. Yeah, if he wanted to save that, he would have saved it, but I don't think he had any way to. Terror of the Peaks. That is real tempting. But I think we're going to just do this. So if we draw one of the Garrick's Uprisings, this is doing 21 damage. Or he could just have something to get rid of it, and that's fine too. Well, we're gonna force him to start attacking in. I'm just fine sitting here, waiting for a little while. Next turn I get to play the Terror of the Peaks, and I can always make another token. This Garrick is good. It's not as good as Garrick's had been in the past, though, that's for sure. The original Garrick Wild Speaker is so much better at a 4-drop. The untapped 2 lands, any lands, is just crazy. I was trying to think, how can I attack through this? Alright, we got our land. That is pretty cool. So we get to play this and at least play this terror off it. He's going to have to choose between this and the Emancipation to get rid of. Which is both kind of a terrifying choice. Ah, our opponent's just scooping. Okay. Sometimes you just see big things and you have no will to live. No will to keep going on. Alright, so this hand is a trap. There's no way we're keeping this. Having 2 7-drops, a 5-drop, a 4-drop, and a 1-drop, and only 2 land? Yeah, no. Especially being on the play. This hand is fine, though. Question is, do we want to get rid of the land, or do we want to get rid of the vine? I think we're going to get rid of a land. Keep this. Pitch a mountain. Hopefully end up drawing a 4th land because we want to go Garrick's Uprising into the Leafkin. That'll definitely make up for having a mulligan. Our opponent is on white. Okay. Yep, so we're just getting all the aggressive decks now. Ore is not really what we want to see there. Just want 1 land. Land, please. Please land. Spellgorger. Okay. Oh, you're not a land. I think we have to thrill to find a land, and we're just going to get rid of this Ore. Much as I don't want to give it up. Wow, no land. Okay. We'll We'll see if this is where things end, because we don't find the land. Yep, make that Spellgorger big. Oh no, Hobble Fiend. Okay. Which one do we not really care about dying right away? Probably this Turret Ogre. That's a very good draw. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to throw this Turret Ogre in front of the Hobble Fiend. And my opponent's probably going to have another combat trick of some sort. Okay. On the plus side, the Turret Ogre and the Hobble Fiend are both dying. Oh, he's doing all the damage this turn. Ouch. Wow, does he just have me dead? He has me at... Ooh, okay. Good game. That was fast and furious. Yeah, I think that was just kind of a nut draw that no matter what, even if we'd had the land to go on curve, we wouldn't have been dead that turn, but it would have been pretty darn close. Let's go ahead and open these packs, see what we got. Couple wild cards. Volcanic Salvo. I'll take all the wild cards you want. Okay. Joriel. That's fine. I need more of those anyway. Scavenging Ooze. Can always use more of those. Don't think I have my playset yet. And, ooh, a mythic wild card. I'd say that's pretty good. So, not quite time yet. So we're going to throw down to another draft. I'm going to switch it up, though. We're going to do some traditional. Yeah, that last draft was a little bit nutty as far as what we got. Definitely had some mana stumbles. That could have almost been an 18 land deck. 17 is normally going to be fine, but that could have almost been 18 land since we were topping out at 7. Alright, one more opponent. Oh no, the timer's going down. I don't even know what the timer does if there's not a filled seat there. I guess that is a person that is in the queue, but they haven't clicked OK. I'm not really sure. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, this first. I've not seen this happen before. Weird. Somebody's sleeping on the job, I tell ya. Well, we will be right back when this is good to go. So I'll take a 30-second break, and I'll be back to drafting. Alright, we're back. Ooh, we got another Ori. Okay, so I think what we're going to do this time is just build around this from the get-go. It'll be a little bit more cohesive that way. So plenty of ramp and big spells is what we're going for. Cool thing is we can play a lot of different colors too. So, Warden of the Woods is a bomb in itself. It's very hard to kill. And usually you're getting those other 2 cards out of it. So ideally we want to go base 3 colors, maybe splash a 4th. Blue, black, green is very good for doing this with, or green, black, red also. Oh boy. So do we go for Sanctums and Aura? Hard mode engaged. This should be fun. So we're going for the Sanctum deck, and we're playing Chromatic Aura. This isn't gonna work, but it's gonna be fun. So now we're gonna prioritize Sanctums, and we're gonna prioritize Cultivates above just about anything else. Man, this is 2 drafts in a row with an Aura. That's kind of fun. If this works, it'll be a miracle, but probably not going to work. So I've tried doing Sanctum several times. Usually you don't get the Sanctum involved with it, though, but try doing the Sanctum thing. It just usually doesn't work in draft. Oh, but there is number 1. Let's do this. We're 1/3 of the way there. And we're only at pick 4. And I mean, heck, if we end up just getting, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the Sanctums, it's still really good. Pure value. But we have the Blue Sanctum, Black Sanctum, Green Sanctum. If we get those 3, we are very, very happy. Those are by far the best portion. Hello, Angel Pie over on the coast. How's the whale watching going today? Okay, no Sanctum this time around. No mana fixing. That's a little bit of a bummer. That's okay. We'll deal with it. Probably gonna take this See the Truth. Makes the most sense. Man, the coast sounds really nice right now. It's very warm here. That's why you gotta carry around, you know, a gallon or so of water with you at all times. Alright, who's holding up the packs here? These days, when in doubt, it's usually another streamer. Okay, Azusa is pretty great here. Swiftwater Cliffs. So we're going to be actually valuing these guys really high. But I think I'm going to go for the Azusa. But yeah, dual lands are going to have a very high value to us this draft. So we're going to need as much fixing as possible. Which is unfortunate. Things are going to come in tapped a lot, but we'll deal with it. Alright, another dual land. Nothing else we really want to take over it in this pack. This pack, we need to decide, do we want creature, do we want removal, do we want color fixing? Let's take this Prismite. It's real bad normally, but, you know, we're playing a weird deck, so we'll take the bad card. Yeah, ideally if we can go Sultai and splash for the red and the white, or Bant and splash for the other 2 colors, that's the way we want to go with this. go primary blue-green is the best way to kind of fix things a little. Nothing we really want to play here. Emerald Sage wouldn't be terrible, but we're probably going to be getting other ones. We'll take this Necromantia. I think I need more for my collection. Yeah, so this Azusa gets so much better with all these tap lands too. Really mitigates the problem with those. Yeah, there's no way we play this right. Yeah, no, there's no way. We do have a sideboard game though, so we might play it in sideboard. Take an Opt. Frost Breath would have been just fine too. Spinner. Oh, we got the pack leader. Too bad that wasn't pack 1. We would have gone for the dogs draft. Alrighty, what do we want out of here? So, having this Aura incentivizes us to play some real big dumb things. And Gormand is one of the biggest dumbest things you can get. So we're going to go ahead and take that. It's a bomb. Other pick in that pack was probably, honestly, the land. Sadly, no more Sanctums yet. That makes me real sad. Okay. So we have a land, and we have a land. We're going to take the best land. So the nice thing is with this Fabled Passage, we can just go ahead and play one of each of the other lands. Oh, another Sanctum, and it's a blue Sanctum. Yeah, I think we take double blue Sanctum. That's fine. If that's one that we have in doubles, we're fine with that. Same with the black Sanctum. So those are the best two by far. The red Sanctum is pretty bad, if I'm being honest. So this is a peck where it goes Death Bloom or Truffle Snout to keep us alive in the early game. Jungle Hollow is pretty good here for fixing. There's a good chance it comes back. The Kraken is really good for the late game. We already have some good late game things. I think we're going to take the Truffle Snout. Yeah. It's good in a lot of different situations. We are going to go with Lonor Visionaire. Yeah, so I'm seeing some of the tap lands that are hopefully going to be coming back around. It's like that green-white one. I really would have liked it there. Oop, got a Sanctum. And this also might be an 18 land deck. Really wish we could see a Cultivate. It's been my, like, one wish from the get-go. I'll just take the early blocker. Yeah, so far this deck is looking super janky. Super janky. But who knows, that could be fun. Gloom Sowers are good when you're playing the auras, because you can just start throwing them down. We wouldn't mind finding a Fierce Empath. Last draft, we didn't really have the creatures to do it with, but this draft, we're definitely going to have some good targets for it. So we'll probably end up with another 6 or 7 drop here. Really want more sanctums, though. Definitely getting some of the fixing we want. Want one land that makes white, probably. Speak of the devil. I don't think we're going to take any more of these. Probably not going to play the Dismal Backwater at this point. And possibly not the Bloodfell. We might not even need the Blossoming Sands if we don't find an actual white land. We're going to take this big old Hexproofer. Got another Blossoming Sands. We're going to take this. Prismite, I'm sorry, you're too bad. I already have one of you and I'm probably not going to play it. Okay, so no... That's unfortunate. Still no Sanctums. Spark Hunter is really good. Just the fact that you can make it indestructible is kind of great. I think we're going to go for another Visionary here. Just to make sure we're getting up to those big spells. Cultivates and Sanctums. Cultivates and Sanctums. Please, please. That's all I want. All I want for Christmas. Cultivates and Sanctums. Okay. Neither of those there. There's our Fierce Empath we were talking about. Yeah, I think we're going to take it. That seems fine. It blocks. It gets us gas. Ideally, one of my favorite cards to play in this big mana style is the large Leviathan that gives all your opponent's creatures -1, -0. Is very, very good. Ooh, that's a late Teferi's Tutelage. Pack 3. It's unfortunate. We really can't make that work. We could make this work, though. We're going to keep up with the madness. Ah, yes. Third Sanctum. We're getting there. There's a good chance that if there's a White Sanctum in any of these packs, it's going to go around because no one ever plays the White Sanctum. Pestilence Haze might not be terrible. It's going to be hard getting that double black early enough to really make use of it, though. If we play the Windscarred Crag, no. Take the Sky Scanner, actually. It blocks, it draws us a card. That's all we're going to ask of it. Yeah, having the Sanctum Fruitful Harvest, that makes the whole deck actually come together. It's the fact that you can add any color. So much fixing. Karavek, okay. Yeah, I think Karavek's fine. Not the greatest card, but it's... Okay, another Red Sanctum. Where do we take the Temple? I think we're going to take the Temple because the Red Sanctum is just bad on its own. We don't want to be flooding on those at all. Take another track down. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be base green. With splashes for the other colors for the most part. Carrion Grub is okay, but I think we're going to pass it up. What card could we actually play for sideboard? Yeah, we're definitely getting down to just having a bunch of sideboard picks. 9 lives, no, we're not gonna even go down that path. We are gonna take this Tranquil Grove though, because it's playable. Even though, as I said, we might just not even need white and just rely on the Sanctum and the Ore to be able to play the Sanctum of All. Alright, so how do we construct this pile of garbage cards? That is the real question. So it is going to be a thing. Be interesting to see what the auto mana decides that it wants to give us too. So 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, 3 black, 2 black. Yeah, that's pretty iffy. That's okay. Play multiple track downs. Actually, I think we're okay playing 3 track downs in this deck. So as I said, we might want to go 18 lands. Gormand, Karavek, Sanctum. Need a couple more cards. Truffle Snout. Bad Deal is not good enough. Okay, so we currently have 17 lands. We want to go 18 lands. Plains come out. Sands go in. Island Cove. Mountain Highland. Tempting to take this other mountain out also. Yeah, we're gonna take it out. Definitely want that Fabled Passage in there. We could play 1 red source, since we can fetch it off the other. But we're only going to need it for that and that. Yeah, we need to play 1 red source here. Cut one of these, maybe. Double black, blues. Let's cut a blue land. Add 1 red source. Alright, this thing looks like a pile of jank. Let's see how it does. Nice thing is we do have a couple sideboard cards that help us gain us some life, destroy a couple things. I mean, heck, we could even cast the Necromantia. Probably won't. Yeah, that's pretty much how I expect these hands to look, but that's fine. Gonna play Track Down next turn. Hopefully play Karavek on curve. And if our opponent's playing a Wall of Ruins, that means they're probably not playing the most aggressive deck ever. So, we're fine with that. Let's take the old red land. Having to see the truth on top is just fine. Yeah, this is kind of weird playing a 3-track down deck. I've never done that before, but I have a feeling it is going to work out just fine. Zeus, oh, we want all these cards. Yeah, let's do something like that. Azusa lets us be kind of crazy explosive next turn, and then the turn after we can follow up with the Megalodon. So that's like a turn 5 Megalodon, which I'm happy with. we could go another direction with this. And we could get the big old other 5/7. I think I'm actually okay with just grabbing this Megalodon now. Do need to draw land still, but that's fine if we don't. The Pride Malkin. Well, this Caravac's gonna do a little bit of work, but maybe it's not. Deal with my turn 5 giant hexproof thing. Good luck. Good luck. You gonna loot to try and find an answer? I think that's the thing you do. Nope, nope. Plan unblockable. That's fine. Caravac, or do we attack first? We play out the Caravac because then there's no way that he can actually kill it if he mass blocks. And the Scry is going to be so good for us. I think we play out the Spinneret and then just double Sanctum next turn and watch our opponent go crap. See if he has a counterspell for this. Oh, we live in the good life. The good charmed life. Oh, yeah. Things about to get real stupid. Real stupid. Of course I'll draw 2 cards. You know, we don't necessarily need this Visionary. Man, this is dumb. So on paper, this deck looks like garbage. Somehow it's working. True, this is only game 1. But still, this is silly. This is absolutely silly. Oh no! The counter to my plan. Ah, crap. He does have to neg 7 though. So that's the 1+ side is he has to get rid of the Ugin also. But that's good for game 2 and possibly game 3. We know that exists. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. I'm very surprised he's letting me have this. Okay. Visionary, you're gonna go bye-bye. Draw cards and then see what's up. Yeah, I think we're gonna draw and then see. Ooh, another Sanctum. Okay, we have Sanctums to replace the Sanctums. That's very good for us. I think we have to go all out at the Ugin. We can find better than that. So the Ugin's going to be taking 5. So that's actually really good. It's going to incentivize him. But he has to get rid of these other things. Yeah, so unfortunately he's going to get rid of all the other things, but he is incentivized to neg 4 here. Oh, okay. He's not doing it. He's trusting that I won't draw more land. Not a good thing to do right now, but mistakes were made on their part. Okay, so our opponent is playing a little bit more controlling. They are playing with Ugin. I think we actually bring in the Necromantia to try and snag the Ugin. Don't really think we need to worry about the Snare Spinner so much. We just kind of want to go bigger than them. Which we definitely have the ability to go much bigger. Which is weird to say about an Ugin. Okay, lands and sanctums. We have to see the truth. His hand is very slow. Our opponent's really slow, though. Yeah, sure, why not? We got 2 games to win 1. Track down. We're going to bottom you for now since you're not a land. Dude. That's actually pretty fast. Or can be fast. So they're playing the blue-green deck too, which they draw plenty of extra cards. And there's a tutelage. Okay, so we're definitely bringing in disenchant type things in the second game, or the third game. Yeah, our blue sanctums definitely don't play very well with the fact that they're doing all of the milling. Our card draw in general doesn't help us with that, honestly. Nope, not feeling it. Okay, do we play out a Fierce Empath to just block? Do we play a Sky Scanner to block? I think we need to keep looking for land regardless. But yeah, this Teferi's Tutelage is probably going to do us in. All by itself. I got a Capture Sphere. Frost Breath, okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Sadly, we didn't get that 7th land. Really, really wanted it for the Chromatic. So we're just going to find it right now. Azusa, you're too late. Sanctum is fine. Yeah, Sanctum's fine. So I think we go get our remaining 6 or more drop while we still can, just so it won't get tucked under. Do we attack? No, let's hold it back. Life loss is definitely less of a problem than worrying about being milled out here. We'll see. Our opponent's in the tank, and they're just passing through. Okay. Let's see if he has counterspell. No counterspell. Okay. So, how do we win this before things get bad? Maybe we have to shrine them out. Yeah. I think we are going to have to try to shrine them out. Burn them out with the red shrine. So if we can get 3 shrines on, and then each of ours... I mean, we'll need a lot of land still, unfortunately. I don't think we have the time with tutelage, but... we'll find out. Throw that there. Ah, yes, that is going to be an issue, too. That pump ability. We have to go graveyard? Unfortunately, we don't really have land at the moment. 9 mana to work with. I think we want to take their Ugin just in case. And we get to take a nice little look at what is in the deck. Okay, so we have an Ugin in hand. And we have some tempo stuff. Pretty basic blue-green. Lore scale can get big. They have a lot of land left in here. Return to nature and Thralling Hold. Okay. So they just have a nice, efficient deck. Which is a little bit terrifying in its own way, but that's fine. We are unfortunately just kind of dead because of this Jolriel, but whatever. Whatever. It's game 2. We put up a good fight. So Teferi's tutelage actually scares me more than Ugin does. So I think we're going to bring in both Return to Natures just to be safe. Sky Scanner can come out. Let's get rid of the Fierce Empath too. Now we see if we've made good life choices or not. I'm gonna say no. As I said, this deck shouldn't be working at all, but we got to live the dream the first game. That's all that really matters. Not quite live the dream. We didn't get full shrines going. But close enough. Our opponent's trying to figure out what they want to put in, take out, change up. Didn't think the Necromantia would come in handy, but it's actually really good. It gets rid of his two biggest threats. Yep, this hand is just fine. Hopefully be able to find that third mana. Hopefully it won't be tapped. Well, even if it is tapped, we're still gonna be able to do some things. Oh yeah, that's fine. Question is, do we go Visionary or do we go Guaranteed Mana? Yeah, let's go Visionary. See the unknown here. Okay, untapped land, that's good. Cultivate. I'm jealous opponent. I want to cultivate. Let's lead off on this. See where it takes us. Azusa, you're a little bit late at this point, but that's fine. Necromantia we are going to be holding on to. So ideally we're going to go Ore next turn into the Necromantia. Definitely going to be naming Tutelage, because we can't really take care of that in the same way. I mean, we have a couple things in there that can, but not nearly as easily. The question is, do we want to get our beats, or do we want to ramp? Let's get our beats on. Yeah, I think at this point, actually, we're just going to take the Ugin. It's big, scary, and threatening. Okay. This means next turn is free. No counterspell to worry about. Sanctum. Very good. Of course, Ugin is in hand. See, they bring in anything else? Tutelage, Capture Sphere is still there. Thralling Hold is still there. Okay. So those are the things we have to worry about, but thankfully that's not too bad. This lore scale could eventually get quite big, which is vaguely annoying, but it's going to take them a couple turns to be big enough to be a threat for this Warden. Oh, he drew the Tutelage. Okay. Well, that changes things. Get rid of some lands, that's fine. So we need to go and find one of our disenchants pretty badly. Return to Nature's. Thankfully we're going to be having some card draw here coming up very shortly. We have enough to do that, and then that? No, sadly. Do we play out the Azusa also? Yeah, why not? It's going to be most likely chump blocking. Throw it in front of this giant snake. Land and a duplicate. That is fine. This next turn we're... Okay, there's one of them. Damn. I was going to say, this next turn we're going to be able to dig 5 cards for it. Sorry, Azusa. Or do I, like, quad block? Trips, quads. Yeah, let's go ahead and just block all the things. And hope he doesn't have, like, a +4/+4. Nah, actually. As tempting as that is. Oh, it has trample. Yep, we're doing it. If we get blown out, we get blown out. These things happen. Oh, yep, Titanic growth, okay. Getting blown out. Okay, naturally dry and shine. It's pretty good. And we got the return to nature. Okay. We have to get rid of this shrine, unfortunately. So this Megalodon needs to come down and protect our butts. We'll add green. It doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, we are going to be taking a pretty hard hit this turn. Trying to think of how we're actually going to deal with this lore scale. Chump block it for infinite turns, maybe? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. There's a Sanctum, okay. That's a good sign. We'll draw 2 cards gladly, play the Fabled. Yeah, we're just gonna have to start chump blocking. Color does not matter. Sanctum, Karavek. And we'll get our red Sanctum next turn. Yeah, if we had found a white Sanctum, that would be dealing with this problem right now. But sadly, we did not. I will say this is not looking great. We'll search our graveyard. We need to draw like a ton of lands is what we need. Okay. That's a very good start. So we can do... Okay, we're not just dead. We are not just dead. That is very good. Oh. We're gonna draw 5 cards. Let's see how many lands we have left in this deck. Do we have enough to actually just kill our opponent? Huh. Wow, okay. We're doing it this way. Oh no, it's only creature planeswalker. Damn, okay. Shrine, you're worse than I thought you were. That is funny. So I'm just gonna kill all of his things just to show him what's happening. And then give him the old GG. If we had, like, you know, 2 cards left in deck. Otherwise, yeah, board wipe with this, and this is kind of silly. Not quite a board wipe, we're 1 mana off, sadly. Man, that red shrine, it needs to go face. It really badly needs to go face. And give the opponent the GG. Well, if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out in style. deck is officially real dumb. Yeah, I think the fatal error with this deck is we didn't get a white or a black. Didn't get a white or a black shrine or sanctum. I think that would make a huge difference. Because the black one would just let us kill whatever, and the white one would just let us, you know, take care of those troublesome 11/11s. But we put up the good fight. And the red shrine, or red sanctum, yeah. Just always assumed it was pretty much any target, but no, it's not. Makes it infinitely worse. Can't even kill your opponent with it. Honden of Infinite Rage is so much better. Waiting. Nice thing is I do have a couple sideboard cards that actually can put in some work. If our opponent hadn't drawn the tutelage that turn and had 2 less cards in my yard, then I actually would have survived that. Which is kind of weird. I probably wouldn't be able to kill him quick enough though, regardless. So, ifs, buts. This card is, or this hand is fine. I'm going first. I can track down for days. It's good too because this Fabled Passage is probably going to actually come in on curve. Let's get rid of the forest here. We're going to track down again next turn. And then we get to go for a Sanctum. Yeah. That will give us all of our colors, so we can actually play the Sanctum naturally, which is kind of weird. Kind of real weird. Not something I was expecting to do. Oh, another tutelage. Stop. Come on, opponent. Come on. You just screwed up my Sanctum play. Makes me so sad. We'll have to find another way to play it. We're gonna need a second blue. This game, I guess we're gonna be in the Karabek and the Gormand playing here. This tutelage really has me concerned. Unfortunately, Teferi's tutelage is the natural predator to Sanctums, as it turns out. Our opponent's seeing all the colors and going, what the heck is going on here? What kind of shenanigans? You gonna flash in a dude? Help you do it? Nope, unsubstantiate. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no more Sanctums. Yep, so this is definitely going to be a hard control deck with Teferi's tutelage, most likely. So we're bringing in both of our Return to Natures. Probably bring in the Necromantia again, too. No reason not to. clock is ticking. We can't always do the thing where we like add 10 extra lands to the deck too, and just be a 70 card deck. The ultimate sideboard against the tutelage plan. Just bring in everything that's semi-playable and a couple land. Ooh, yeah, that's harsh. We're just gonna go to the next game here. We're not gonna let them see anymore. They've seen enough, but they're not gonna see anymore. Okay, so if we bring in both of those, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not even joking, we're doing it. Okay, bring in 6 to 7 things and get some land going here. One more mountain, one more forest. And yeah, let's go another island. $70 card deck. Give us another couple turns. Now, I would not advise doing this normally. This is actually a pretty bad idea. But, you know, we're doing this for fun. Funsies. So when you put in more cards, of course it makes it harder for you to find your actual answers. Thankfully we have one here. And we'll go ahead and track down. Which one of these lands do I want? Sure, let's take that one. Don't really have much need for white, but it's fine. Not gonna worry about this truffle snap, because if he plays the tutelage, we're just gonna get rid of it right away. Okay. So far so good, no tutelage. Nice thing is if we ever draw any of our big payoff cards, we can play them. We have the mana to pretty much do any of it. Okay, there's a payoff. And no counterspell, sweet. Wonder if our opponent's hand is just like giant spells? Like that 6 mana draw, 3 bounce 2. Not quite sure what they're working with here. Nice thing is this Sanctum is definitely going to be able to help us filter. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Do we really want to draw that? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, maybe their hand is just full of draw spells, which would make sense playing the tutelage. Reign of Revelation, definitely very highly underrated for kind of a core set draw spell. Wonder if my opponents noticed that I'm playing 10 more cards yet. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Draw a card, discard a card. I think we're just going to run this Truffle Snout into this. And we're also going to start holding on to lands. Start holding on to lands so we can fuel up that that red shrine. Mind Rot. Oh, okay. That's another good reason to hold on to lands. Thankfully, it doesn't matter nearly as much since we have a blue Sanctum now. Unless he has a way of getting rid of it. Okay. Glad I got rid of that creature now. Oh, these are both good. Sorry, Opt, you have to go. Some green land. Sadly, we don't quite get to play both of those this turn. This Megalodon's going to be really good because that Scry is going to help us big time. Death Bloom, okay. So now we are officially in the holding on to lands phase of things. We will hold on to the Sanctum just in case, too. Ideally, with all the cards they're drawn, we want our opponent to deck themselves first. But who knows? Fetid Imp, okay. That blocks the Megalodon really nicely. And a Grub. Yeah, they might actually be on the road to milling themselves, so I'm perfectly happy with that. Gormand is a problem. Okay. Discard there. We're going to end up adding some blue mana. The truth is written. We shall see it. And where's our aura at? That's what we really need. Ooh, speak the devil and it shall appear. And a Sanctum. Okay. How many cards do they have? 13, so they're not going to be dead from that, sadly. We can get rid of the Pyramid, and we can get rid of the Elf. We'll show him a Sanctum. Next turn, though, yeah. Let the shenanigans begin. I think we're officially good to stop drawing cards from this Sanctum, just in case. I'm still really worried about Fairy Tutelage. Even though with that few cards, it doesn't bother me nearly as much. And we'll do it one more time. Oh, these cards are so good. Go ahead and add black, not that it matters. Counterspell? Counterspell. We have a counterspell. No counterspell. Okay. Time to have some fun. So we have 9 mana to work with. Yeah, might as well. The Fetid Imp is officially no longer a problem. Do we have counterspell for that, maybe? Nope, just bounce. Not anywhere near as scary as a result. This carrion grub over here is pretty big, but it's never going to get bigger. Highest power thing that these decks ever have is an 8. I have a feeling he's going to try and bring back this gloom, or this, yep, Gourmand. I knew that was coming. We can match it with our own. We don't really need to, though. No, we will not draw. Doesn't really matter which. Start off here. Go here. Oh yeah, that's right, he's gonna auto-sack to that. That's unfortunate. That's fine. Rewind. Rewind. Well, that is gonna be the case. What's in this yard? There's a Gloom Sower, which is very unfortunate. So we're just gonna hold back. So far, 2 decks with blue. They've been kind of our downfall. Let's go ahead and draw a couple cards. Hoping for that nice red one, but we're not finding it yet. We're gonna say tutelage just in case. Fairies, tutelage. So, it's not in there. It is still in the library, though. So we're actually going to force our opponent to kill us with damage, which I'm not sure they're going to have enough turns to do. It's going to be real close. They need to bring back their big boy in the yard. And I can just stall. If I find the red sanctum here, it basically is just going to take care of the problem. Yep, they're going all in. So I think we're going to draw one more time. No, we did not find the red sanctum, unfortunately. But we're going to hold on to these lands just in case. Could draw 3 more cards. If we draw 3 more cards, that puts us on pace with them. Yeah, sure, what the hell. Still no red sanctum. So we officially can't draw any more cards unless they draw cards. Yeah, red sanctum is still in there somewhere. the weirdest board state. It's absolutely the weirdest board state. Huh. Okay. We're gonna kill him that way. That's fine. Yep. Alright, opponent, you have one turn to kill us. Come on, red. You got the red? Are we getting the red? Yes. Alrighty. Time to start having some real fun. So we only get 3 per. That's unfortunate. Make him get rid of this first. We get 4 activations total, so we can take care of pretty much all the bad stuff. Probably keep the Gourmand around. See what he wants to get back with this, though. No, I'm just trading it. Okay. Sure. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. This is so dumb. So incredibly dumb. Thankfully, there's no, like, sleep effect. We're gonna be safe. We're gonna gain 1 life. Alright, friend. You have this turn. I do see the possible errors in my way. No, that says draw 3. It doesn't say target player. Basically, they would need something that would make me draw multiple cards. So they're not killing me with damage, that's for sure. This is the weirdest deck. I think this is the weirdest draft I've ever had. Quite possibly. Let's see, what's he getting back? Rewind. Okay, that doesn't do him any good. Going to decline that draw 3. We're just going to pass turn. So somehow our plan worked out. The 10-card special. Who doesn't love a 10-card sideboard? We were able to see all of our answers we needed for Teferi's Tutelage 2. We saw both the Return to Natures, we saw the Necromantia. The Necromantia's actually been putting in work, so I'm really glad I took that card. Normally, if you're in the single game queues, you just ignore that card entirely. So you're not going to be playing in the main deck, since you're not sideboarding. I think there's an argument with the penchant for this to go long to play the bad deal. It's probably just better than, like, say, the 1-2 that draws a card or some of those kind of things. But, you know, we're making it work. Yeah, our opponent has actually a pretty darn good mill deck. They only have one tutelage. If they had two, I'd be really afraid. But they have a lot of the pieces they need. They have the reanimation. They have the big things. They have the carrion worms. So the temptation is to say, okay, if we hit 3, we're okay, but we're really not. The Skyscanner is the only thing that can draw us another card. So I think we're just going to look for more land. Okay, that's not too much better, but at least has playable spells. We can kind of play into a curve. See the Truth is basically track down number 4 in this deck. Which is kind of hilarious in its own way. Okay, which one of these things do I want? Attempting to take the swamp so I can Karavec on curve? Yeah, we're gonna take the swamp. Okay, there's the tutelage. Oh no, my Ore. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Okay, we're gonna track down because we need to find the answer here. Do we go guaranteed creature? Nah. Sanctum is not great. As I said, we're desperately looking at this point. Definitely gonna play the Karavec here. Please don't have a... Okay, yeah. But yeah, we are desperately looking for one of the Return to Natures. These hits that they're getting in really kind of hurt, though. Chromatic, Gourmand. 2 of our Sanctums. We have no way of getting those back, unfortunately. Ooh, that's gross. That's really gross. They might just get the Reanimator win. Fortunately, because this Karavec, this Warden of the Woods is not going to be able to do the thing. Huh. Yeah, we're going to be double blocking. At least he hasn't milled any of our answers yet, and we're still at 25 cards. Problem is, this deck is playing Infinite Reanimation, and he has another one in hand. Yep. Just play it again. Yeah. Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and GG. Our opponent got a very good start there. Because even if I can find a way to fight through that, he still has the active Teferi's tutelage. And we're not fighting through that. Ooh, a random Rankle, yay. Okay. Okay, let's try and get that final win here. As I said, this is going to be jank. It's won a couple games, but, you know, that's just the way of it. Jank is going to happen. Alright. Time to show our opponent the horrors of what this deck does. We can get rid of the Ore to start. Even though I kind of want to keep it. Ooh. Nope, we're going to get rid of a land. We're going to keep the Ore. I want the payoff. I want to play it. I want to play it. The Enchanted Wonderland sleeves. Or Eldraine Wonderland, I forget what it was. Yeah, I'm not feeling the rap today. Nice thing is we do have pretty much guaranteed. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but pretty close of hitting this third land drop. Gourmand, we can wait on. So if we go Lawnmower, gets us Tranquil Cove. Don't really need the white yet. We don't really need the white at all. So if we have the Chromatic, it kind of takes care of that requirement. The Azusa has been showing up late. Alright, looks like our opponent just didn't want to deal with that. So we'll just run it back the way it is. I don't really know what they're played yet. They have green or red. Could be big mana spells. Could be they just were flooding on land. Who knows? Normally you play something by the 5th land, but... could also just be opponent on tilt. Our colors aren't the best here, but we'll keep it. Has potential. Green is the easiest to find out of everything anyway. Yeah, we still want to see the Truth turn too. Or possibly we just play the Blossoming Sand so we can actually play the Elf on Curve. Yeah, I think that's better. Oh no, he's gonna pilfer me. This elf, I'll be more than happy to throw in front of the Pilfer. See if he draws a card. Probably will. So Red Shrine is actually going to be pretty good here because we can just kill this thing. Assuming he doesn't have like Titanic growth. I'm perfectly fine with cutting him off of that extra draw. I'm definitely not putting them under enough pressure to really make them worry. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Just draw the land. We already have red. That's fine. Another visionary wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, let's take visionary. There is definitely an argument right there for just taking the land. But thankfully we didn't really get punished. See a counterspell here? Yep. To be expected in that case. Alrighty, let's lead off with an opt. So at this point, we're just fine with keeping some land. Since we do have the red sanctum, we can actually use it. Unfortunately, they are holding up rewind mana, which has me a little bit concerned. Let's see if they use it on this. So this is a good choice if they want to use it. Okay. No rewind. That's fine. In that case... So that tells me that the Chromatic Aura is probably going to be good next turn. That's annoying. You know what? We're just gonna send it into him anyway. Hold on and not play this Azusa because we're probably just gonna be discarding it to the Sanctum. And if we can, we want to snipe these Elders. Susa. Let's see what he does here. Do we have a counterspell? No counterspell. Okay. Okay. Now we're in business. We in business. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. I want all those. I want all those things. So, let's go ahead and do this a little bit. If he wants to play something to save him, he's going to be losing at least one of them here. Another wizardry. That's annoying. Gourmand is really pretty bad here, so we're gonna get the spined. Nice thing is this red shrine does allow us to use up all of his resources. So that means there's a good chance that he has at least one pump. Does he have another pump, though? Nope. So these visionaries are definitely going to be staying back next turn. Not tapping for mana. Ooh, Sanctum. Let's get rid of Spiny. This just makes our Sanctum plays so much better. Yeah, we want all those again. We want all of these things. I know we can hold on and wait for those, but yeah, whatever. So he's attacking all out, which means probably has something to pump here. Yep. This hurts, but it's not quite death. Needs one more. Got anything for me? So the remaining Sanctum is in the deck. Fortunately, that did get rid of our extra cards, but that's fine. That is more than a-okay. Yep, do that. We do have to be careful because we only have 5 cards left. That is definitely a thing. That is definitely a thing. Oh, did not mean to play that. I meant to do this. Oops, oops, and oops. Yeah, without having the Black Sanctum, this is just so much harder. Having that constant source of damage. If the red one went to the face, it'd be a whole nother story. Ah, go figure, we're still drawing a Sanctum. Nope, we're gonna decline. Unfortunately, our dreams, our ambitions, everything is coming to a close. If I hadn't played that extra land on accident, that might be a little bit different. But we played it. We played ourselves. Yeah, this Sanctum here was about the worst draw I could have. So there are 2 lands left in the deck out of 4 cards. And I really just want to see one of them. Unsub is pretty annoying. Well, we're going to be guaranteed to see one of those lands. That is for sure. So we have to block here, otherwise we just die. Yep, he's going to kill my Truffle Snout. That's not nice at all. Okay, so our clock is really not good now. So there's a land. We're going to decline. Kervek. Okay, okay, okay. That makes our clock a little bit better. That makes this actually doable. Yep, lower scale. He's probably holding on to a counter spell would be my guess. Even though, no, if he was, he would have countered the Kervek. And these games have definitely been coming down to having, like, no cards in deck. And if I somehow pull off this one, it's going to be 0 cards in deck. Okay. What is that last card? Is that last card a land? That last card must be a land in his hand. Decline. Ooh. Don't want to accidentally do that. Okay, okay. Did we get there? Wow. Yeah, that had to have been a land. Okay. Wow, the stupid, stupid deck we made actually won a match. That is something special. Finally, no Teferi's Tutelage. That's what it took was not rain up against Tutelage. Let's claim our pitiful prize here. And go open a pack. Yeah, that deck had no reason to win games. It had no reason to be winning. But, you know, sometimes that happens. Alright, looks like we have time for one quick game of Brawl, and then we are going to be calling it. So, well, let's go with this new Alayla deck. I haven't played it yet. Actually building some new Brawl decks. Oh, and we found an opponent right away. Excellent, excellent. So, not really sure what this deck wants to do yet. Play artifacts, play creatures, play things. Make a lot of dudes. We're gonna keep this, though. Definitely need blue. We have the thing that gives haste, which is really good. Nethroi. I have a feeling this is going to be a good deck for my opponent. Mire Triton, oh no, Death Touch. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of value out of this Nethroi, unfortunately. Oh, flying. Okay. Sure. Really would like a blue land here. That's not a land at all. Nice thing is, though, if we draw one more land, we get to play this next turn. And one of his answers is gone. So he can't play Rex Sage. He could be playing. He's probably actually playing the Morpher 3-cost that I'm blanking on the name of. Yep, hit me. Hit me. Oh, you're not a land. Why aren't you a land? Well, we can kill 2 of those things at least. Not that I want him to have the value of the Solemn back in the graveyard. Maybe he will try and cast the Nethroi targeting one of those, like the Crystalline Golem, and then I get to get him. That's a Sir Conrad. Don't like letting him draw a card, but at the same time. Okay, so we really, really need a land here. Come on, land. You are not a land. I mean, you're like a land, but you're not a land. Fortunately, I think he's gonna get this Nethroy. Not quite, I guess. Needs one more mana. So we're gonna chump block, and chump block, and chump block. I think it's a mistake that he attacked with that. But he's so ahead that he probably just doesn't care. That's not land. Yeah, because unless I draw a board wipe here, I'm pretty much just dead anyway. Okay, does this do anything? So we can get 2 copies of that. But we still will probably be pretty dead. That gets rid of that, but we still only have 1 blocker. Yep. Good game. Didn't really get to do much that one, but that's okay. Stumbled on mana. Well, that is going to do it for us here today. Thanks for joining. As always, want to give a shout out to Epic Gaming PDX, nice little card shop and event space down in Portland, Oregon. You can check out epicgamingpdx.com for any of your singles needs. Also on Sundays are going to be Super Smash Bros. Melee net play. It would always be great if you can feel free to throw that like or subscribe over on Mtga 2020 over on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. Otherwise, that is going to do it for the day. Thank you for joining us.